just had an official Hastings District Council committee meeting here in our temporary council chamber, which is very suitable for the Hastings District Council because the Mayor, using her casting vote, has appointed teenagers, members of the unelected Hastings Youth Council, onto council committees, including the committees determining the zoning, the disaster recovery after Cyclone Gabrielle. So here at the Taxpayers Union, we thought it only appropriate to come to Hawke's Bay to set up this temporary council chamber. Porky the Waste Hater and we just had about 150 locals join us for the first official meeting, and we also have these little bibs for the little kiddie councillors who are supposed to be adults but instead are acting like children and putting teenagers on council committees to do the adults' job. We say it's undemocratic. The people making the important decisions at any council should be the ones democratically elected and accountable to the people. It's also bad that at the very time we need adults at our council chambers, quite literally, this council is appointing children. If you support us, join the Taxpayers Union and fight for democratic accountability, more sensible spending, and here, for example, 19% average rates hikes. We've got to tackle it. We're not going to tackle it by including children in on the voting. So, Councillor Nixon, you voted against the Mayor's proposal to put school-aged children on voting council committees. Why was that?
Indeed I did. Well, first and foremost, I thought it was just counter to good democracy. I mean, councillors go through a real process to get elected. You know, they put up signs, print pamphlets, bang on doors, a whole range of things. So from that point of view, these people are being appointed. They're not having to go through that selection process. So the community doesn't know what their policies are. They can't make an informed decision because there's no information coming out.
So obviously we're nearly a week later. What are we, Wednesday today?
Thursday
it was last Thursday. What feedback have you been getting from local ratepayers about the decision?
Unbelievable. There's been a lot of controversial issues go through council, but nothing that even compares with this. The messages coming through, the text messages, the emails, the phone calls. Some of the phone calls quite late at night and some quite early in the morning. And I've never seen an issue to stir up a community like this one has.
So we've obviously come to Hawke's Bay, we've gifted the council this beautiful new Bouncy Castle to hold its future meetings in, given that there's so many children inside. Obviously not you, good sir, but some of your colleagues that voted for this measure. What impact do you think it's going to have around the council chamber? Do you think that the decision will be reversed?
It's hard to see it being reversed because I think there has just been a determination to push it through.
By the Mayor or?
Yes, by the Mayor, but by others as well. I think that they just don't want to change their mind despite the pushback that's occurred. And they would be hoping it would simply go away and blow over, as some other decisions have done over the years.
Well, that's what we're here to prevent and to raise awareness and hold them to account. Do you think that it's, from their perspective, do you think is it a naivety of wanting to be a virtue signalling, or do you think that it is, well, we know that we can influence these committees by having these young people on board?
I think it was a miscalculation, actually. I think the Mayor thought it would just sail through, nobody would say anything, a couple of letters in the paper, and that'd be it. It hasn't worked out that way, and I'm wondering what she's thinking now, because actually when you lock yourself into a decision like this, it's quite hard to turn around and say, well, I was wrong. Yeah. You can say you're wrong at the beginning, but it's very hard to do it after you've made the decision, because it then raises a question about every other decision you've made.
Well, we really like councillors like you that step up for this radical idea of democratic accountability. Thank you for being certainly on the side of public opinion, but on the side of that democratic accountability, and we wish you the best of luck in having the decision overturned.
Well, thank you for having me, and I really would call it common sense. Yeah. What is common sense? Because that's what we should be aiming for. And as I said, these people are paying over $100 million a year in rates, and they deserve recognition for that, and not to have those decisions taken away from them by a group that basically are still not yet paying rates. I'm not sure if they're probably still earning on the paper run, and suddenly we're going to start paying them real wages.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you.